Welcome to part 13 of my Pict campaign. In the last episode, after another battle, we finally convinced the Romans that we were in Caesarea to stay. So Caesarea now, as you can see, is starting to build up. It's going to take a little while before this hill fort is built, and I'm going to need to make it even stronger. Got some religion on the way. Just get the priestess down here while I'm looking at her. So there. I've still got my fleet here raiding for the moment, although it's not very big. I think I'm going to need to build it up. I had a little bit of thoughts about where to go next, but I'll discuss that in a minute. Spain's Iberia, sorry. I've got to get to the right era. It's coming along nicely. The real thorn in the side is this big priestess hanging around. So I've brought my spy back maybe to have a go. He's not very good, but I suppose the experience will do him good. We've got this Hispania raiding on the border, but on his own border, follow my example. Up in Britannia, things are going okay. The public order's dropping in Britannia in theory. I think that's because I've brought my army down here just to keep an eye on the Saxons here. Over here I've got an army and a navy stuck. So what I'm going to do is bring this navy back to kind of London, so I can recruit a bit more. Basically the idea is to build both my navies up. That will allow me to move that army back. Got the Macamans hanging around there. It would be nice to destroy that small navy. Not sure what I can do with this. Here. Really need that. Maybe when that expands I'll build another city centre there, although I've got 160 food. Plenty of sanitation, so I think basically we'll drop, once that rolls over, I think that will roll over this turn or the next turn. Drop another city centre in there, build a tavern or a hall. Get rid of that. Now, back to what I was thinking about. There's two ways to go with this. What I'm inclined to do is come down here. My spy got a fairly large army here, so I'm going to need two armies to do that. I'll just knock the intern while I'm doing this because. So, what I'm thinking is that. Excuse me. That push down into Mauritania, capture that port. Mauritania's got 3 ports. Come back, repopulate Tingis. That will give me a complete province there. And then in Europe, up in Gaul, I need to push out. I've got 2 armies sat there doing nothing, costing me money. I'm getting into a bit of a stalemate, so I think I might have to possibly aggressively attack. Here comes this priestess again. I wish I could kill her. She's just being a pain in the neck, in the polite term. All she does is keep coming back. She keeps attacking my thing. The other thing I want to do is I need to get my air into the action. So the air will have to lead the assault to the south. Right, let's see what we've got here. Seasonal conditions, Britannia, Siberia, political favours. Excellent, this man's loyalty's been recovered. Yeah, if you remember at the end of the turn, one of my retainers down here was not there. See, this moment the air is stuck on 18. Faction leader's got a phenomenal. What I want to do is build up there, and then if this faction leader dies, you know, and he's 53, so he's starting to poke on a bit. He's got a lot of things, so this guy needs to build up to compensate. I'm going to really take a heavy bash on this side. I've got none of my daughters are of age yet, so the family's daughters, these sons are coming along. He's 13, he's 11, so I mean it's worth taking a chance on thing. So I'm half tempted to come down here and attack here, but first order of business. So I've got the faction here, air here, building up troops. I'm going to cancel that, and I'm going to bring him down. What other armies have I got here? I've got this guy. Can go back to there, and I've got this guy over here with an onager and 4 cavalry. So I think this guy's going to be my defensive force. So what I'm going to do is bring the faction air down to here. This guy can go up. Give him that. You can give the crossbows. Faction air does it a bit short on cavalry. I could do with some cavalry there, so what can I take out? Sorry guys, I've got a bit of a dry throat this morning. Like to try out the gaze hounds. I think what we'll do is we'll give him that. I'd like him to go with 4 cavalry. Well, it says it's okay. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. This guy. See if we can get this guy to go further north. And bring. Well, don't think it's worth the effort, to be honest. And we got a reasonable force. What I would do is we'll team him up with this guy, exchange onagers so the air can attack with 2 onagers. Probably swap an onager for these berserkers. Okay, he's got 3 crossbowmen, so that'll give 2 armies. Because looking at this, I can't see what for. Maybe I can, if I get a bit closer, I can see if I can see. I mean, they haven't got brilliant troops, but they've got a fair missile defence, a small navy. The camel warriors would be a problem. So I might as well take 2 armies down just to make sure, plus 1 army on its way back can repopulate this area here. Up here, do is a couple more of these. This is more of a deterrent type fleet, but I want it to be powerful enough. So if I can see if I can get 1 more. Yeah, that gives me a full 20 stack fleet to patrol up here, because if you look at diplomacy, Gaul has a military alliance with the Geats and is actually at war with the Saxons. So, and at the moment the Saxons are trading with me, but they don't like me. So what I'm half tempted to do is to join the war with the thing. So what I'm going to do is bring this cry across to here. Londinium's still -7, so I don't think it's built up yet, so I need to keep money. It should be next turn, or next turn after should be okay. This guy's got an upgrade. He's got zeal. Yeah, well, given some zeal and some cunning, that should bring down the cost of maintenance. So the idea will be to punch across here, bring the Geats in, which the Geats allies with anyone. I'm hoping, see, the Geats are friendly with me, but they're also deteriorating. The Gauls only got 3 provinces here, and they're at war with the Alamans and the Saxons and Western Roman separatists, which are down, or were down here, but it looks like they might have, they're over there now. The Alamans, they're at war with Gaul, the Caledonians, the Romans. Anyway, the idea is to try and engineer an entry to the war. Anyway, first we're going to do is see what we can spend some money. What we're going to do is start up here. I think this area is quite strong. 155 food, good sanitation. I'm deliberately trying to keep a semi-positive sanitation in this area, guys, purely and simply because you have seasonal effects. Look at that trade going over there. That shows how much trade I'm making at the moment. Again, I need to be careful because a large proportion of my income comes from trade. So Britannia Inferior is okay. I've got there. Could really do with building that up, I think, just against that will consume, and food's not brilliant, so maybe when this builds up I'll get some food in there, but I'll leave it. Down here Caesarea's chugging along. Hopefully that will there. She can start spreading religious influence. It'd be nice to go up to Elders Hall, but that would cost me another 50 food, and I need the food there. Chieftain's Hall, let's just move. Yeah, it's got a positive at the moment, so what I'll do actually is move this guy over to there. I think how we do raiding. As you can see here, a couple of settlements, and I've got 25 settlements for the minor victory. The main one here is raiding. This guy doesn't seem to be a very prolific raider. What we'll do is, I think what I'm going to do is, he needs to be like his compatriot up north. I think we'll go for this guy needs to be in a position to defend. So Malaga, this is built up, got some tier 2 cities there. This is coming along nicely. Oops, what's up? Oh, don't crash please. No, seem to get these odd glitches. on the campaign map. I don't know if it's my graphics card or whether it's just the game. So I got plenty of sanitation here. That will give me 2 + 2 public order. I've got plenty of public order, so what I'm going to do, keep the cash flowing in, go up to bone crafter. Will give me some more food. That's Cordoba. Aquasectus, the mead hall's nearly finished, that will give me black blades. How's the sanitation here? Reasonable, but I can't see any reason why I can't pop that up one more level. It's always good to build up those areas. And sanitation there. While I really need a bit more extra sanitation in this area, maybe next time I'll build that up. Anyway, that's all the money. These guys come up here. The reason I'm keeping this army up here is I have a feeling, actually let's see if we can the experience would do him good if nothing else, if he doesn't get killed. Yeah, I have a feeling the Macarons are probably sending down another army here, so it's only another matter of time before another army kind of appears. So right, we'll just go for an end turn. Yep. Get the spy up into that area there. Oh, Saxons have got the hint and moved away. The Alamans are coming down here. I know I could push into Gaul, guys, because it's quite a hot potch of things, but my main concern with pushing into Gaul is I still haven't found the Huns, and I don't want to get into Gaul with a couple of just odd regions, because they would be incredibly difficult to defend. I'm going to spend a lot of money, and then the Huns are going to come barreling in and destroy them. So here's the Macromans, probably going to get another agent action on me. Actually, it's a really certainly would like to knock out that little army there, but at the same time I don't want to be chasing them all over the map.
We would be suitably grateful if you could address an attack on these people. It is a small matter.
Yeah, they're going to pay me some money. Let's see. So she keeps attacking. Obviously there's 2 agents there. So somebody has died in Caledonia. Well, I suspect that will be my... Is that my governor? So who died? It's one of the annoying things of natural causes. Life has taken its toll. So that's my faction. So who has died? 64. It's got to be a... Unless it's one of my spies. So we've got 4 spies. So who the heck died? Solikana. Vepsia has died. Oh well. I'll see a quick check. Have I got all my governors? Yeah, 5 governors, 3 champions, 4 spies, 2 fleets. So, oh well. I'm sure. I think we'll just go for a bit of brute force here. Hopefully he will go off. Right, what we're going to do is double time you down to here. To push these troops forward. Do the swap while we're here. So you can take that, you can give him this guy. And you can move forward. Basically it's probably going to take 2 moves down to here, probably the next one will take us down to there. I'm not going to rush. Keep an eye on the time. I'd like to get the battle in. Got the Mead Hall built now. Maybe this guy's a bit short on cavalry. Can he? Oh, he can't recruit anyway. Oh, he can change stance. Can you recruit? No, you can't recruit anything, can you? Actually, you can. You're still here. Get rid of you guys. Get there. I think we're going to replace you. Got the cavalry. Got a lot of melee. You'd have 4. Some missile there. 3 engines. These are strong in defence. Melee defence. So these guys aren't much cop, but they're about my strongest defence troops, even though they look. You know, what I'm going to do is get rid of one of you. Because what I'd like to do is that gives me 18. If I replace, basically I want to replace these guys with Moramar cavalry. I don't like these mounted spear raiders. They just go around being idiots. They're not fast enough to catch the really light cavalry that if you run up against them. So they're a bit. Do is recruit a couple of these guys. I don't want an expensive army. I just navy. I just want one that's just enough to discourage. Right. I think you guys, you were going to come up to doing corruption up here, mate, guys, but I think we're just going to keep you there for the moment. Next turn we'll get an expansion in the Boricum. We can get something on the way to solve that problem. I've got the fleets ready to go. So if I go and chase that guy, it's down. So what I'm going to do is just move them out. 30, got more than enough to. Let's just move it a bit closer. We'll do a bit of raiding. Just, I mean, it's mainly just to fulfill that minor victory requirement. Wait, what have we got here? This, it's okay. 30 with the army. That's -7, but we can fix that. This is going quite well. It's got a Mead Hall here, but we've only got 2 extra sanitation, but what I'm going to do is pop that up just to keep the sanitation going. As I say, in these northern climes, having a surplus sanitation helps for when winter kicks in. It seems to fight off the chance of getting disease in winter, because if you watch, just get one in each, and then it gives you some versatility. If you've got anything here, authority +2, all that give me chance of. Yeah guys, it's basically when the winter drops you can thing. So what I'm going to do is, so what's the food situation here? 80. Really need some food. I've got 10,000 to spend. Let's have a quick look to see whether anything is here. Yeah, when the winter drops off you get that winter penalty. That's often when disease grows or appears. I don't really want that. I don't think that's got a +3. That will give me that. It'll give me more money, but public orders, disappointing. Considering I've just built that mead hall. Anyway, let's come down here. Give me +3 squalor. Plenty of squalor protection here. That will give me 500 wow for recruitment of trains. Let's build that. That will increase my wealth. And we got Sabunti in there. Just a quick look at this is building up. Once it finishes we'll get the gold veins back. Stone circle. Public order +4. What's the sanitation here? Well, no, actually, yeah, I'm gonna build this. Actually, no, let's pop that up just to improve the communications there. Actually, there's a lot of trade here. So what I'm doing for trade. Total value of exports. See, that's, you know, if I start going to war with people, that is going to really hurt, especially with the Geats. So that's something I've got to be very, very careful about. Right, what we're going to do is go for an end turn. Yeah, that's the downside of building up a strong trade. That if you start getting aggressive, your comments there.
And storm, but tells us to ally with you if you will have us.
Yeah, let's. I mean, that's one of the things. If you play an aggressive game and don't make friends with anyone and just attack, you build up your economy. It takes away the diplomatic enemy because, for intents and purposes, you're at war with everybody. In some ways, it makes the development side of the game better. What would like to. Oops, are you going after my? Ah, great. That's what I wanted. You've pushed your luck too far, priestess. Hopefully she's going to have to regenerate right back across the other side of the map. I think the map commands are still up. I've only got the one place. Intimate daughter. So if you look at here, the Macromans, I've only got 2 provinces. So that priestess being critically injured like that means that when she's recovers, she's going to have to respawn. You can get back in there, support the army. You can push out here. I don't think, just to keep an eye on things. Right.
Ready for orders. Move out. On the move, lads.
Bring you guys down here.
You're next
Keep you in
command.
there. You should be able to defend yourself.
How can I help?
Misdirect.
I like wrecking things.
I'm not sure what the benefit will be, but it's a failure anyway. So agents are both, you love them or hate them, but you can't do without them. Right, I've got 12,000 to spend.
The goddess blesses you.
How's the? Am I wasting this? Yeah, it's rising. So, do I have anywhere where my religion is falling? Yep. I need to get you back to here. Right. Number one task. Hopefully Lindum is there, so get you there. Get the town centre underway. That will allow me to come down this route, build a great hall or a tavern, because I've already got a warlord to keep. So we'll get that underway. Boricum. Why won't that? Again, I'm not sure if it's my machine or thing.
I am priestess of the old.
Right. Actually, no. Well, keep. See how much money. Let's see if this fleet is making a bit more. Oh, yeah. You're making quite a nice amount here, so I think we'll just leave you raiding there too. I think everything's here. I don't know whether Gaul hates me now. Yep, they're coming towards me. There. Hopefully if let's see if the Geats deteriorating, but they still like me. I don't know if I can
We have need of talk,
add
I'm
a
sure. We also need to-
non-aggression pact. If I keep annoying the Gauls, they might decide to declare war on me. They're not particularly very powerful. Then I can come down here. So we'll just keep annoying them. It'd be good if they declare war on me, because that will keep
Warriors
my
all.
reputation going. I mean, it's a way of... What are you? You're a general, but that's a sanitation tax rate. Local province. That would give me good sanitation, but that would be artificial. Battle name, moral training. What we'll do is we'll just have to push down here, get that. So we've got these guys developing quite nicely. Right, actually let's come over here and see whether Caesarea can benefit from anything. 109 food. What's the sanitation like? Sanitation's pretty good. Religious influence, no, we'll sit on the religious influence. This is building up nicely. Sanitation here, plenty of sanitation. Malaga's just hanging on. So the sanitation +4 there. That will give me +3 squalor food consumption. Food consumption's a bit low, but this is growing. That's going to consume when it's finished, and so is that. I'm going to build that. Actually, no, let's cancel that and build up that. Keep it going. And we'll get some food in there. Right, intern. I'm very aware of the time here, guys. I'm about half an hour in. So I've got a feeling this is going to be one of these situations where the battle may have to wait to the next turn. We'll try and get to the point where we are declaring the battle. So nothing's happened here. I've declared war on the Angles, but nothing seems to be happening in up round Gaul, which in some ways is good because I'd like to secure this area first. Right. Get you back in there. Get you in as a high judge. Get you in as a judge. Anyone else can do some stuff. Castigs, you're okay. Now the question is, in normal march, can you reach them? Yes.
Ready for orders. Is that all? Warriors all.
Declare war. I won't call my allies to help.
Now that words cower before us.
And that is
Lay siege to their hovels.
going to do a quick save. And that is where I'm going to end it, guys. If I could do a night attack, but I'll lose things, so it's going to be a full-blown battle. I hope you liked the episode. If so, give me a like. If you think the actual Let's Play is good to watch, subscribe, I promise you that I want to develop this channel in far more interesting ways in the future, especially go back towards Rome 2. And for now, whatever you're doing, hope you enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, find something else to do.